All right, here we go. So we're on our feet now. Dunbar with a little switch roundhouse, then one to the head.
There's a little lag in it. There we go.
Ooh.
There we go. We're live again. Oh, deep on the hips again. Same thing. Using that aggression against them, getting the takedown, and we're going to see a lot of that pressure. Here we go again.
Oh, wait, he's going for a
Got
Kimura
a
there,
Kimura
huh?
grip. Maybe turn it into a sweep. Possibly would be. If he could get on top, it could change the story a little bit. If he scoots his hips towards the head and then rotates that arm to the back, he can maybe turn it into a sweep. But he's fighting some very good pressure, some very heavy hips. I think Charles has his work cut out for him here.
Oh,
Wait, there it is, there it is. Joshua rolls with it, though, very smart. He could actually get an armbar if he could get around his head. And then
he's got the
turns to
back now. Yeah, that was a veteran
There's a hook
move right
again.
there. Oh,
and
he's
then he's under the chin. He's going to pull him straight back. No, he just smushes him.
Man, I tell you what, Charles does a great job of scrambling out of those attempted submissions.
Full mount again, double grapevines, heavy hip pressure, right back where we were last round. Now Charles got to be careful about spinning. Last time he worked for him, he went to his back, but he was in big danger for a minute before he escaped. So I think he's got to think this out this time.
This is so hard for the guy on the bottom when someone's pressuring their hips down into you, you know.
Grinding.
You know, especially if you're somebody who has learned to breathe from your diaphragm. Oh.
As you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Good. Powers out. Excellent job. This is where he wants to be. On top or on your feet, for sure. Close guard. Kind of a traditional old school jiu-jitsu position here. Got the head and the arm controlled. So Charles is going to make something happen here. Eventually, Josh is going to start throwing up offense just like that. What a beautiful triangle. There's an armbar there if he wants it as well. He's got a good angle on the neck. I don't know if he's getting out of this triangle.
Oh, man.
It's a great angle.
He's going to pull the head down. And
if not, he's going to switch to the armbar.
Oh,
and he's going to go to a mounted triangle. Very resilient by Charles. Oh, and then here's on the punches. Oh, my gosh. Wow.
I cannot get over this guy escaping submissions.
Call him Houdini, because that was impressive, because everything about that triangle was correct.
Wow.
Maybe his legs are just too long. that's the only thing, because that was a solid triangle with a good angle, almost to a mounted triangle. And yet Charles survives.
Well, it looks like we will see round number 3. And Charles, I would think, has to know he's behind on the cards here, and it's going to take a finish for him to walk away with the victory.
So Charles has got a problem here. The problem is he needs to be aggressive with his striking to win this fight. But every time he was aggressive with his striking, he got taken down. So what does he do?
Yeah, you make an excellent point there, Mike. I would think, if I'm in the corner of Charles, and I'm his coach, I would say, listen, there's a good chance this guy's going to want to take you down again. And you are behind the scorecard, so this is when we get to try something that's a bit risky. And, I would just rush in with a flying knee.
I was thinking the same thing. I would maybe fake the initial pursuit, and then off the half step, shoot in with the knee on the second. Just a half beat to give Joshua a chance to bend down. So show him the aggression, have him bend down off the half step, and then shoot the knee and try and catch him. Catch him with like a broken rhythm knee right down the middle. It's worth a try.
Yeah, that's about one of the few things he can have in his arsenal that might take out this young man right here. I mean, as you can see, Joshua Dunbar is a specimen. He's in tremendous shape.
He is.
He's not tired. I mean, he can do this probably for 3 more rounds.
Because he needs aggression to win, but aggression's been getting taken down. So what do? You got to get tricky.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had more rounds, you could slow the fight down. You could get on the distance.
I mean, there you go.
There it
right?
is. Maybe that was the place for the knee that you're talking
we
about.
We knew exactly what he was going to do. He's coming out, feeling out some strikes, but the second he felt Charles coming into his I guess his little bubble there, He's dropping his head down. He's going for the takedown.
Crashing that center line, and he penetrates so hard on the hips that it's inevitable.
And look, he does an amazing job at it. He times it perfectly.
He does.
And look, it's easy for you and I to say, oh, he could have thrown the knee right there. But to be honest, Joshua probably has done this so much that he can distinguish the difference between you trying to hit me in the head with a punch or faking one and coming with the knee.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's why, and I don't know if it would work because, like you said, I mean, this guy's really good at this. I don't think you can come. It's just like hiding your kick behind the technique. I don't think you can just run and crash with the knee because it's the same thing. He's going to pick it up. But if you show the pressure, take a foot off the gas just to give him that beat, and then shoot the knee, you might catch him in between beats. That's a solid Darce, but then it was also a solid triangle. It was also a solid back take.
Right.
Charles is amazing.
Yeah.
But there's that same mount we've been seeing the whole fight.
I think the look on Joshua right there was just like, what do you want me to do? This guy,
seriously.
He just won't tap, you know?
I'm not doing anything wrong here. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's a great fight by Joshua, man. He's implementing his will, you know? And whether or not he ends up with a submission here in round number 3, he's certainly ahead on the card, so if he wants to ride this out, he certainly can.
And that is some of my favorite jiu-jitsu. When you know exactly what the person's going to do and you cannot stop it, that is a high level. So, again, here's this great mount. Not a great mount for punching, though. A great mount for control or maybe hunting arms for an Americana, but not a great mount for damage. So he's going to have to switch and bring his knees up into the elbows to really rain down some punches, and that'll be Charles' opportunity again to do just something impossible and escape. Head and arm. So head and arm, he's going to have to dismount and go to the side, but it might be worth it, though. I mean, he's getting deep on that. You can finish it from mount, but it's not easy to do. And then he lets it go.
Yeah, I think he kind of knows what we know is that,
risk doesn't match the reward.
Yeah. Right, yeah. He's already attempted some pretty deep ones so far, and this man has not tapped. So
that triangle looked amazing.
Oh, man.
That was a good shot. That was one of the better shots in the fight. Wow.
Well, look, that was. Oh, did he? Oh, okay.
Okay.
I didn't know what that was there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They shook hands at the end, and it looks like there was some respect.
Yeah.
Look, at the end of the day, this was an impressive. Oh, he's grabbing his hand. I wonder if he pointed and said maybe I broke my finger or something.
Could have been. It doesn't take much. Just they come in the wrong angle.
Yeah. Well, either way, it was an impressive showing by one Joshua Dunbar. Oh, okay. Look, there's some animosity here. I'm not sure what's going on.
Huh. All right, let's separate them, guys. You had a great fight. We don't need the fight's over now.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Look, maybe there's more to this fight than you and I know, but
you can't always hear what's being said by the cage as well, or what happened before even. I mean, that's possible. So.
Yeah.
But guys, a great fight. Everybody showed it. Everybody's out pretty much safe. Let's leave it at the cage.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't need it anymore to go on after the fight. I mean, you had your moment.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And ultimately, Joshua Dunbar implemented his will, man.
Yeah. What if we have some wrestling experience there? Because his hips were so heavy. That was almost like a wrestling style jiu-jitsu.
So with that win, Joshua Dunbar moves on to 5-1 in his career. Excellent performance here by this young man. I imagine we'll see some more great things to come of him in the future.
Yeah,
he looks fresh, man. He doesn't look like he got hurt at all.
There's something about how you can do a lot of work when you're doing it your pace. When you're actually having to react to somebody else's pace, it's a lot more fatiguing. I think Joshua just did everything he wanted to do in that fight.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He didn't get the submission, but he executed all of them beautifully.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was never really, very rarely in some position that he didn't want to be in, that he wasn't in control of. He pretty much dictated that entire fight. He didn't miss a single takedown. The takedowns happened at his will.
Yeah. Well, we are moving on to our championship bout of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. One I am super excited for. This is a rematch between Mr. Paul Hingle and Daniel Augiel, but now the stakes are even higher. We are fighting for the 125-pound flyweight championship.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one as well.
Paul Hingle.
Paul enters tonight with 6 fights on his record, 5 in mixed martial arts and 1 in kickboxing. Fighting out of Thibodaux, Louisiana, he splits his training between next generation martial arts and extreme MMA. Paul has nearly a decade of jiu-jitsu, 4 years of kickboxing, and even spent some time in taekwondo. I can tell you firsthand, he lives up to the name Heathen. Tonight is no ordinary fight. This is the rematch from CWC 37, the fight that ended in controversy after an accidental eye poke led to a TKO loss. That night he left unfinished business, and tonight Paul comes to settle it. But it's about more than redemption. Tonight, Paul fights for the amateur CWC featherweight title. This isn't just another step. It's a statement on his climb toward the UFC, which he said is his ultimate goal. He said he respects his opponent, but he hasn't forgotten the mistakes that ended their last fight. And even at the weigh-ins, Paul sent a message by wearing a pirate patch over his eye. He's basically, saying, keep your fingers down, buddy. Paul said he knows this fight could go into deep waters, but he's ready to drag his opponent there and finish the job. Whether it ends in the championship rounds or sooner, Paul the Heathen Hingle plans to walk out with gold around his waist.
Outstanding. You can't not be a fan of Paul. I mean, to see the journey he's come on from his debut to where he is now, and how hard he works, and just the epitome of just a blue collar fighter.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Mike. We've gotten to call his fights, and from a wardrobe malfunction to fighting for the belt.
That's right. That's right.
That just goes to show the testament of this kid's journey. He's learned from his mistakes, and he's fought through adversity, and we're excited for him.
Next to the cage, absolutely. Daniel Angel.
Well, Daniel Angel will not be the favorite here tonight. With Paul being from Thibodaux, Louisiana, it's going to be a rough crowd. But here he is making his way to the cage at just 26 years of age from Cecilia, Louisiana. He fights out of Flash MMA in Lafayette. Though he's only been training for nearly 3 years, he's already built an impressive resume of a perfect 4-0 amateur record. Tonight, he steps into the spotlight for the 125-pound CWC Championship, Flyweight Championship, and the story couldn't be written better, Like we said, this is a rematch. After their first fight ended in an accidental eye injury caused by Daniel. There was no belt on the line that night, but, tonight everything changes. Angel actually admitted he was reluctant to even take this fight again, and he stated he would not have taken the fight had there not been a championship at stake. I thought maybe it was because of some of that controversial eye poke, but he actually made a good point. He felt it only made sense for a belt to be on the line, with both him and Paul being actual top 5 ranked fighters in Louisiana amateur mixed martial arts rankings. So now with gold on the line, he's all in. He knows what's at stake, he knows the rivalry, and he knows this clash is going to deliver fireworks. Danny Phantom said it himself. Both fighters have something to prove, and he's ready to leave it all in the cage tonight and give the fans an unforgettable show.
Man, that sounds absolutely outstanding, and I am ready for that show. This has been a long time coming for both these guys. The fact that it is a rematch, the fact the way the last one ended, and the journey they've both been on. And 4-0 is a fantastic amateur record, so we couldn't ask for a better matchup here.
Yeah, I don't know who has more pressure here, Mike. Daniel Angel trying to prove that he's not some accidental eye poker.
That's right.
He's a real fighter, and he can finish it wherever he wants. Or if it's little Hingle here, who is actually from Thibodaux, Louisiana,
sure,
fighting in front of all his family and friends, representing next generation martial arts and Team Extreme. We just had Ty Smith with an impressive performance, and now Paul has to follow that fight with a title on the line.
And a fighter wears a black mark like that heavy. Nobody wants to win or to have the reputation, and not that he does. Everybody saying he's a dirty fighter, but you still wear that. A fight ended because of an accident.
Rounds. Out of the blue corner, weighing in at 125.3 pounds, he has a record of 3 wins, 2 losses. Affiliated with Extreme MMA and representing E.D. White and the local MMA community of Thibodaux, Louisiana, this is Paul the Heathen Hingle! And out of the red corner, weighing in at 125.5 pounds, with a record of 4 wins, 0 losses, fighting out of Flash MMA in Lafayette, Louisiana, this is Daniel Danny Phantom Angel!
They traveled well. You know, and it should be mentioned for anyone who didn't see that previous fight, what had happened was Daniel had actually accidentally poked Paul in the eye, and it was stopped for a brief moment, but they let the fight continue after that. When it went into the in-between rounds, the doctor then decided to stop the fight.
It was a significant eye poke.
Yeah, and what happened was that went from what could have been a no contest to a TKO loss.
That's right. And we are underway.
Nice leg kick there by Paul.
You can tell just by the body language of both fighters, they're both after it.
You know, once again, I already see Daniel with his fingers out, man. You know, so
I hope he learned his lesson on that last one. Of all the fouls that you can commit, the eye poke is the most dangerous, obviously. You know, we only got 2, and the fingers being exposed, I mean, it is a dangerous, dangerous situation.
And Paul has his fingers out too, you know, so
yeah.
I guess I should comment on that as well. That was a nice kick to the body there by Daniel.
Hey, this is jab. Paul's fingers were straight out. As much as the sport has evolved, the gloves need improvement. And there are things they can do, like just the cambered glove, like the Everlast Power Locks, or the old Pride gloves were really good, just for keeping the fingers bent in a little bit. The way a lot of the UFC gloves are, they're so stiff, you actually have to actively make a fist. It wears out your forearms. And the natural position is your hand open.
Yeah, I like the Karate Combat gloves, too.
Oh, those are great gloves.
Yeah.
Those are great gloves. The glove has to still be able to articulate, but it should be bent so your fingers are in a 90-degree position, not straight out. Because you can't keep your fist closed like that all the time. It's too fatiguing. When Hingle pressed up against the cage, we have a neutral over and under position, and he fights off and
big
throws.
Overhand right by Lil Heathen. Tell you what, Danny Phantom is awfully composed. I mean, you don't see him bouncing or anything. He just kind of stays flat on his feet, stays relaxed.
Eyes are locked in, hands are up.
You know, it should also be said that this is a 5-round fight.
Oh, actually, I did not know that.
Yeah,
actually, I guess it is his championship fight.
Yeah, so, these guys probably have to keep that in consideration.
That's a big deal. Fighting 40% more is a big deal.
Yeah.
Although I doubt either of these guys can have trouble with conditioning.
Yeah, that's the beauty of being small, right? Yeah. Your heart's probably the same size as mine, but it has to pump a lot less blood than I do.
That's right. Solid feeling out range around. They're both trying to get work done, but you can just see the distance. Nobody's really kind of locked in on that distance yet.
Oh, there he goes with the takedown. He got it. Oh.
Good counter by Angle. You got to chain it together.
Danny Phantom back up. Paul got him. Paul had him against the cage, and then Danny Phantom switched him around. So now Phantom is the one pressuring Paul against the cage.
Solid exchange from both fighters. And that is round 1.
That might have looked good on the judges' scorecards for Paul. It showed him, taking advantage of the ring there. That little thing at the end. I don't know if it was a full-on takedown, but it was at least an attempt, and, he kind of got it,
I think his forward pressure probably stole him that round, or at least sold the judges on it. If I had to pick, I probably would go with Hingle just on the amount of forward pressure.
Well, the thing is, too, is that's one of the scoring criteria is ring control.
Yeah.
So if you're controlling the ring.
All things being equal, we're going to take the guy that's trying to make the fight happen. Now, Anel's doing a great job, and he's fighting his fight. But if I have to pick a winner, I'm gonna pick based on that. But we got 20 more minutes to go for this fight, so there's a lot of opportunity still.
Possibly, right? If there's no finish.
A potential 20 more minutes.
Well, here is the first one of what could be 4 more rounds.
Both fighters still look pretty composed.
There's a nice leg kick there by Daniel.
I like Paul working his way in, kicks and punches as he comes forward. He's not just walking in.
He's throwing some really good body shots, too. He throws a very good left hand to the body.
And if you got a guy in front of you that's a little bit taller, it's a great idea. He's so busy.
There it is again.
Good little dig to the liver.
Yeah, those will pay its toll towards the later rounds.
And you can collect interest on those later. Good knee right there. All those little things add up over time, just like you're saying. Oh, nice little leg trip.
I would think.
Yeah,
I would think that counts
on it. Yeah. And you can look for the judges. Little check hook almost landed. Good kick by Hagel.
That was a great counter kick when the punch was being thrown.
We're really seeing the elevation of both these gentlemen's skills.
I don't think Daniel necessarily wants to go to the ground.
It doesn't appear so. He definitely had an opportunity. Also, nice little quick punches, man. If he can just, he's throwing nice combinations. His body's behind him. It's just finding the range, getting that half step so he gets close enough.
Yeah, and the other thing is, Paul, he really appears to be in tremendous shape.
Tremendous shape.
I mean, he's not taking any big, deep breaths. He's just staying in the fight.
Oh, good overhand right. And he's not taking a break. I mean, he doesn't stop. If there's something that he can hit, he's hitting.
Oh, look at Daniel's trying to go for the back here. See if he tries to get the hook in.
Even if he stays on top, and this is just kind of for show, it still looks good for the judges. He tries to sweep that leg and turn him onto his butt.
He could end up in his own back, too. If
that's the problem. And that's why he's being a little conservative.
The crowd. Elbow him or something. That's the Bayou fan, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Elbow him or something.
Yeah, scoop his legs out from under him.
Beautiful takedown. Yeah.
Definitely momentum. I mean, great exchange on the feet, but the momentum definitely switching to Danny Phantom. Paul Uta's closed guard, traditional jiu-jitsu defense, holding the head down, controlling the distance and the posture. Getting his knee inside, starting to make a little bit of space, but we're short time now, so that's going to be about the round. I would call it 1-1. See what the judges think, but I think we definitely saw a little bit of a momentum shift there for Danny Phantom.
Yeah, no doubt, but he's definitely taking some deep breaths right here.
Yeah.
So, you know, he has the momentum on his side, but can he draw energy to take that into the third round?
What price did he pay to get it?
Right. Look at him, man. He is breathing heavy.
You're right. You're right. And we're not going into the last round now. We're pretty much starting the fight now.
Well, that's a good one, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you what, man. This is a fun card, man. Fun night of fights. You know, it's everything that we thought it would be. Yeah, I mean, this has been a stacked card, and we knew going into this would probably be the card of the year.
Absolutely.
And it may very well be the best card you and I have ever called.
I'm not over Evan's fight. I'm not over Ty's fight yet, and we're just into the main card. So we're having a great night here.
Yeah, and not to mention, we started off with the amazing grappling by Bo Corville.
Oh, how about that?
Ben Hebert.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, we definitely a little spoiled tonight. This has been a great card.
All right, here we go. Round number 3.
Paul doing what Paul does, staying busy on the outside, throwing good combinations, mixing his kicks and his punches up, moving his head.
Yeah, he is definitely the heathen, man. He just
Oh, I love that. Shot to the body.
He is not giving Daniel a break here.
No. Doing a great job mixing his punches and his leg kicks. A little knee there.
Yeah, I would have to think, Scotty might have told him, stick with them body shots, man.
Yeah.
Wear this guy down, tire him out. But, Daniel has a good body lock on him right now, and if he gets another takedown, it can make things hard. There it is.
Just did.
Yeah.
Now Paul's on his hip. He can try to wall walk and get back to his feet. But he's got his legs Khabib there for a second. All right, good. Paul got his legs split.
Khabib, I like what you said there.
Yeah, that when you get a figure four of those legs at the knee and mount somebody, you got all the pressure and distance to punch.
Oh, knee to the head. Yeah, it's funny, man. We said I didn't think, or at least I said I did not think that Daniel wanted to take this to the ground, but so far he's been doing a lot of that, and it's kind of been his bread and butter, as far as winning.
Thinks maybe he was waiting to do a little later in the round for energy conservation, or maybe he just felt that it went well, so he's going back to the well for it.
Yeah, he's putting all of his weight on Paul right here. Paul's having to do everything he can to stand up.
This is a good tournament and bring him back down. He's going to try at least. Ooh, is that a little fence grab?
I don't know. I can't see.
It might not have been. It might have just been him throwing his weight against the fence. It was hard to tell.
Paul is doing the smart thing here, though. He's just continuing to throw hammer fists and battering Daniel.
He's making Daniel work really
because
hard.
At the end of the day, he's getting some strikes in, and all those takedowns that Daniel's attempting are taxing.
That's right.
And
here comes Paul doing exactly what Paul does.
Yeah.
Punches and bunches, mixing up the levels. I think Paul should actually break out here and just keep doing the striking. Keep putting the pressure on him. Oh,
look at that, huh?
Conor McGregor style.
Yeah.
Ooh, it almost went low.
Isn't it wild, man? We never seen a strike like that, and then one day Conor throws it.
And that's the only thing.
Yeah.
He busted up Cowboy's eye with it when he did. I mean, it was legit.
No, absolutely. Oh, Paul with the takedown attempt.
I don't know if that was.
Definitely did not get it, but.
And I don't want to see him in the round here.
Oh, what is this, huh? Oh,
wow,
man.
that was not the best choice.
A little bit of a late strike there, but, it's one of those things. If it's being thrown right as the bell hits, it's kind of hard to stop, though, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
I don't see an issue with that, but what I do see an issue with is he did so much great work through that entire round with short time left, with not enough time to work on the ground. He shoots a double, gets flattened out, and ends up on the bottom, and that's the last thing the judges see for the round.
Yeah, you're right, man.
It could have cost him that round.
It might have. I mean, Daniel did get some early takedowns, so
yeah. I like Hagle's work. I liked his relentless striking, the way he was mixing it up, the way he fought off the cage. I kind of had that round going his way until the end.
Well, this is where we're going to see what these boys are made of, Mike, because throughout their careers, they have had 3 rounders. And
That's
now
right.
we are heading to what they call the championship rounds.
Championship rounds. This is the 10 minutes that matters here. This crowd's involved. I like it. There's some energy in this room.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Paul with a nice right hand, then a left roundhouse kick to the body. Daniel tried to counter there. Paul has been attacking that body this entire fight.
I think this is where he gets the interest paid back on it. I think he needs to keep doing it and needs to keep striking to see if he's going to get it back.
Both of these gentlemen have taken some shots. I can tell you that much. I don't think either one of them have shed any blood yet either.
Yeah. So he double pumped a jab, then moved his head off the center line and dug a hook to the body. It was very, very, almost Mickey Ward style. Nice head movement. I think Paul's boxing looks terrific.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, Scotty did a tremendous job of implementing that into like the repertoire just a few years ago.
Okay.
You know, it was like it's kind of a mix of like kickboxing style, but we would go over some pad work for sure, and the old 1-2, you know, 2 1s and 1 2 3. It was good. You know, working on the parrying.
I don't think he should spend too much time here. I think he should work his way off this cage and go back to his striking. I think he can win these rounds with his striking. And Danny Phantom's been doing a very good job in these clinching exchanges. I think you put it back on his, there he goes, turns him into the cage and slowly starts to get his way. He's got his hands locked behind the hips, and we're going to see another takedown.
Yeah, the one thing he has to his advantage is he's lankier than Paul.
Yeah.
You know, he's got more reach, so he can get those arms around, you know, and get that grip.
Paul did a good job of getting his underhook and pulling him back up. But
Yeah.
Phantom should, when he can't get that double, he should turn to a single, run the pipe, and then try and pull him that way. But now we're back to a neutral exchange, other than the Paul being against the fence.
Oh,
I like
that
the
was a
little
nice
check
right
hook
hand,
right
huh?
off the exchange. And then Paul right back at him.
Good leg kick there by Paul.
And these are scoring
Ooh.
techniques. Oh, it's a good straight right.
Yeah,
Panther.
it's
And
good
then Paul right
combinations. Like you said earlier, punches and bunches, you know? Oh, no,
Don't want to be
he's going for the
stuck in a
darts.
single.
Danny Phantom is going for the darts right here, huh? Or is that just a straight up?
No, he hasn't. All right, Paul's fighting the hands. He's
Yeah,
got a hand
yeah,
control.
yeah.
He's going to get out now. But then he spins to the back, and again, it looks good for the judges at the end of the round. This is not the way he won any of these rounds. All that work he did, this is the last thing the judges are going to see. And to Phantom's credit, he knows it. He's taking advantage of it.
That's a tough one, man. That is a tough one. I mean, you know, at the end of the day,
So our Ty Smith is yelling 3-1. I'm not as confident, Ty.
Yeah.
I'm not as confident, my friend.
yeah, same here. You know, here's the thing I can say about that last round. You know, obviously it didn't look good for Paul right there at the end, but at the end of the day, he threw a lot more strikes than Daniel did.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I love what he's doing on his feet. His boxing looks great.
Yeah.
But it could be 3-1 the other way. It could be 3-1 for Hangel, or it could be 2-2. The way these rounds are going, it just depends on what the judges are seeing and what they value and what that end of the round, what kind of impression that is making on them. And unfortunately, it's not conclusive enough to be in control of that.
Well, here we are, the fifth and final round of our championship fight. Everybody is excited.
There's a
gonna see.
possibility whoever wins this round wins this fight.
You could very well be right, Mike.
But I could not tell you what those judges' scorecards say right now. It could be anything.
Paul lands a good jab. Both guys ducking their head a lot when they go in for a punch, so, you know, I'd hate to see a clash of heads here. Ooh, nice little combo there.
So busy here. This is good striking. This is scoring.
Yes, for sure.
But if he's going to end it on his, underneath, it's anybody's guess. And Danny Phantom's composed. He's in shape, and he's still in this fight. He's doing what he wants to do as well. So both fighters are in this.
Yeah, both guys are digging deep here. This is
not what Paul wants. But this is what Phantom wants. I mean, he appears to be the bigger guy in there. And when he gets on top and he gets his takedown, it's...
Oh, I cannot believe Paul let him in right there.
Scrambled up.
Yeah, this is a great position for Danny, and you might see him try to ride this out a little bit.
Can't imagine why he wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, even he could think that this is a 2-2 fight right here.
Yeah.
But I will say this, if you're going to stay in this position, you better throw some things.
Just enough to keep the referee from standing you up.
And
that's under the assumption that Danny Phantom's not down. I don't know how the judges are scoring this. It could go either way. So it's possible he needs a knockout. I don't think so, but it's possible. I don't know that I would leave it.
Well, I'll tell you, if I was a judge right here and I saw Paul throwing from the bottom and attempting submissions, and all I saw was Danny doing exactly what he's doing, I wouldn't give that round to Danny.
No.
That's me, you know. But, you know, I'm not a judge. I'm a commentator, you know. But that's my opinion.
Here's the thing about being on the bottom of a fight like this. You either do nothing or you escape. Because if you just throw punches, you're keeping it busy enough for the referee not standing it up, and you're basically doing your opponent's job.
Yeah.
So
you're right.
wrap him up and absolutely do nothing, because the obligation is on the guy that's on top. And we see Phantom's got his back double hooks.
Now he's got the hooks in. Oh, no.
Got a hand fight. Got a hand fight. Get 2-on-1.
Well, Paul's doing the right thing. He's got his hand. He's pulling one hand down.
Oh, body lock.
This is going to be tough. I don't know where we are in the round, but I'd have to say we still got a lot of time left.
Yeah. This is a sequence of events to escape from this. If you can't just spin inside the guard, which is hard to do, he's got to walk the ankle so the ankle side's on the mat. Then he has to start to fight the lock open, all the while defending the
we don't have much time left.
No, we're done.
And Paul had to watch turning into that because he could end up in a twister too, you know?
He could.
Oh, wow.
Good fight, gentlemen.
This is going to be a tough one to score, Mike.
It could be. I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to say 3-2, Danny Phantom. It won't be a very popular decision, but based on how those rounds. But Paul was so effective. His striking was so good on his feet. His combinations were great. He was scoring. So I don't know who those judges are. I don't know what they value. I think it'd be a different fight if Hingle wasn't finishing those rounds on his back underneath. But under these circumstances, I would not put money on either guy. I don't know what they're gonna see.
Yeah, well, I can say with certainty the one for sure that, you know, Paul ended up at the end on the ground. That one I thought for sure he did a lot of striking. I want to say it was the last round, maybe round 4. You know, when Ty said it was 3-1. You know, I think Paul won that round.
I would think so. I would think so.
But there was definitely at least one round I know for sure Danny won with the takedowns.
Yep.
And then there was one round for sure I think Paul won. It might have been round 1.
Right. And I think, you know, Danny won the last round.
Yeah.
It could have been 2-2 going in there, and if that's the case, then it's going to be 3-2 for Phantom. But
yeah,
I don't know, man.
It's close, man.
I'm glad I'm not a judge for this.
I agree.
Like I said, I'm just a commentator. What do I know?
Yeah.
And it's taking a little time to get those cards. So, all right, here comes our announcer. I don't know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Think we'll have a split decision?
We have a unanimous.
Nope.
Oh, unanimous.
All right.
Fighting out of the blue corner.
All right. Paul Hingle takes it. Congratulations, little Ethan. You are a champion. You have come a long way in growing up in this division to represent your community proud, and that was a fantastic performance and a fantastic win against a very game opponent.
Woo, that was a close one, Mike.
sweating.
At least
I
I
was
thought it
sweating.
was, but they said unanimous. So, you know, like you said, maybe the judges did take into consideration the output he put into that fight.
And that's completely fair. That's
you know?
completely fair. And I wasn't dissuading that what Hingle did. I was just concerned how the judges saw it.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
They definitely give him credit for the work that he did.
Absolutely, I 100% agree, man. That was a tough fight for both guys.
Yes.
You know, very exciting. Poor little Paul, he's so tiny, man. They can't even wrap that belt around his waist. But what a great moment here.
You gotta go with the sash, do it like homecoming.
One he will remember for the rest of his life, and he's being held up by his teammate and friend Ty Smith, who had an excellent performance tonight himself. He's hugging his coach and trainer, Scotty Smith. This is just amazing.
Couldn't be happier for him. Like I said, he couldn't be a nicer guy. He couldn't have worked harder. He's earned every bit of this.
It looks like we'll get a post-fight interview here, huh?
Oh, awesome.
And he goes there and shakes his opponent's hand. Has a lot of respect for him. He came to the weigh-in with a patch over his eye, a pirate patch. I thought it was a very, very hilarious jab to his opponent there. But nonetheless, he did say, look, I have the utmost respect. He's a cool guy. But, I got to give that one to him there because he did poke me in the eye. But, thankfully, there is no discrepancy here tonight. The judges see it unanimously in the favor of Paul Hingle. Paul the Heathen Hingle. And look, he had an impressive output of punches. His combinations were good, his kicks. He threw a lot of good shots to the body. We got a little bit, caught up in there in those takedowns. And, some of that could be that we're also fans of Paul Hingle, so we're a little worried for him there,
Absolutely.
But, at the same time, we want to call the fight fairly. We are the commentators here at CWC. But I think, probably if we'd go back and watch it, we probably would be able to look more decisively at all the strikes Paul put out. As you can see, he's coming in, implementing his will there on Danny.
Let's give credit to the judges, because what you said is exactly correct. And to be fair to Danny Phantom, we're trying to call it straight down the middle, but so many times we've seen just the person on top rewarded, or the person that steals the round, even in boxing, rewarded. So the quality of the judging, who saw the overall work that Hingle put in and rewarded it appropriately, they did a good job tonight.
Absolutely.
Oropeza!
All right, we are going to our first pro fight of the evening. All right, headed to the cage now is Moses Bow Down Arpoza. Fighting out of Austin, Texas, he brings with him nearly a decade of training and the hunger to capture his first professional victory here tonight. The nickname Bow Down is unique, one you don't hear every day, but it's quickly becoming synonymous with the grit and determination he carries into every fight. Moses promises one thing above all: whether you're watching here in the arena or at home, he comes to fight and he comes to give the fans their money's worth. Austin, Texas, Mike.
I got a buddy who lives in Austin. It's a fun town.
You been?
Yeah, I have.
I've always wanted to visit Austin. At one time, actually, me and my wife were going to move there.
You and the rest of the country, half of California.
Well, this was way before all that took place.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even have kids yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that maybe this was probably like
it's a good town.
Nearly 20 years ago.
Always great music, always good food. I mean, it's a little crowded for my taste now because there have been so many people move there, but it's still a great place, great town. I got a buddy who lives just on the outskirts of Austin, so I go visit him occasionally, and man, we always have a great time. Somebody's down, and we're back.
Oh, okay. Ultimately, I'm glad I didn't. I wouldn't be the Cajun Ninja.
Dude, I wouldn't be sitting here doing it with you right now. So yeah, no, I'm glad you did it as well.
Yeah. I think there's someone on the ground. We saw you. There was a speed bump. Yeah. We were worried. We were like, man down. Yeah, there's
All
like
right,
a speed
calling
bump
next to the
right there.
cage,
Yeah.
Cody Simmons.
Yeah, no. We're talking to somebody right outside our table here. They took a little fall, but thankfully they're okay.
Quick recovery.
Well, if you heard that, ladies and gentlemen, that was the roar of the crowd, because the next gentleman making his way to the cage is a crowd favorite here. His name is Cody Simmons, and he is Cody the Bullet Simmons, fighting out of Houma, Louisiana. Cody represents Blacklist Martial Arts, and this will be his second professional appearance. He comes in tonight with a 1-0 pro record, backed by nearly 8 years of training experience. Before turning pro, Cody logged an impressive 11 amateur fights and even stepped up once for a tag team jiu-jitsu match. His ground game has always been a dangerous weapon, but he believes his striking has always been his secret weapon. When he puts his hands on display, opponents tend to shell up, and that's when Cody can seize the chance to drag the fight to the mat and finish it. When asked about the transition from amateur to pro, Cody's response was simple. It's all just a fight. Once you get past the lights, you get to enjoy what you like to do.
Oh, I like that.
He studied his opponent closely. He knows his man likes to start fast, but Cody doesn't see any threats in this matchup. No matter where it goes, with his experience and composure, Cody plans to weather the storm early then shut the lights out, whether a first-round knockout or a first-round submission. Tonight, Cody the Bullet Simmons looks to fire up another statement win and keep his professional record spotless.
Oh, man, sounds great. Cody has been a staple with us from his amateur now to his pro debut in the grappling organizations and in the tag team as well. Well known around town, well liked, and definitely responsible for a lot of entertainment. Come see us after this fight. So yeah, we're happy to see him making his pro debut. I don't expect nothing less.
Well, yeah, it's his second pro fight.
Oh, this is his second. I'm sorry.
He's 1-0.
Say that 1-0.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. Now, his opponent here does have a few fights under his belt at the professional
All right,
level,
ladies
but
and
he's
gentlemen.
still working to get that first
This is a professional featherweight bout. This fight is set for 3 5-minute rounds. First, fighting out of the blue corner, we have, with a professional record of 0 wins, 4 losses, he weighs in at 144 pounds. He is fighting out of Iron Forge Gym in Austin, Texas, under the head coaches Robert Casper, Alonzo Jordan, and Boa Quach. This is Moises Bow Down Oreposa. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, we have, with a professional record, 1 win, 0 losses. He weighs in at 145 pounds, fighting out of Houma, Louisiana, at Blacklist Martial Arts and Fitness under head coach Derek Bro. This is Cody the Bullet Simmons.
Caused him to pull out. And Cody jumped in, and they were victorious.
Yeah, well, he looked every bit as good.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Our first professional fight of the night.
And it is underway. Touch him up. And here we go. It's a little starting to feel out a little bit, finding the jab.
You know, it's wild because Cody did say that he saw that his opponent likes to start fast, but he's not starting too fast right now.
1-2, right to a body lock and right to a takedown. Sat him right down.
And Cody did exactly what he said he likes to do. He shows a little bit of his striking, and then he takes his opponent down.
His forward pressure is very hard to deal with. He's strong, he's technical. Just slowly creeping past his legs.
Yeah, look how smart he is. All right, he's applying that pressure with his right shoulder in, body, but he was holding down the opposite hand. So
can't bridge against the hips. He's just kind of leg surfing his way through, and here he is in side control. Could be hunting a Doris. Arm bar here, got him flat again.
Oh, he's in pretty.
Lat choke maybe.
He's got the guillotine here.
So will he fall back with a guillotine? He's gonna go for it standing. He's definitely got his head turned. Man, it's almost like a takedown with a guillotine. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, Cody's just kind of taking his time here.
Yeah, he's almost just enacting his will through just the sheer pressure.
Yeah, he knows he has the upper hand in this position, so there's no need to rush anything. There's 2 more rounds ahead of him. Should he not finish anything here, so he's just gonna keep the pressure, and then decide if the submission's there, he takes it. If not, he'll implement his will.
And stomach, I like that. Just kind of just constant, but his pressure flows. From that leg ride to the knee in the stomach to the transitions between the positions.
There's a lot of people out there who have done jiu-jitsu, but I don't know if, so many of them have done jiu-jitsu with gloves on like this. It's definitely different.
It is. It's a lot different. Nice back take. Could be an arm bar. Could be a triangle from the back.
Yeah,
a lot
there's
of
definitely
options.
some here. I mean, he could even slip his arm in and get a bicep slicer. arm or leg.
It's pure pressure to the back take. You can
Oh,
isolate
yeah.
that arm too with his legs. God, this is just a smothering performance.
Yeah, you know, to be in Moses' position, you know,
There's never a moment where he doesn't have pressure on him, where something being squeezed. Here comes the armbar. He's an armbar from a triangle position.
oh, here comes
good
some
elbow.
elbows. One thing that we forgot that can be thrown in the professional fights is elbows.
Yeah.
And for anyone who may be wondering why would there be another fight after the championship fight, it is because the championship fight was at the amateur level.
That's right.
The professional fights are always above the amateur fights.
It looks like we opened him up with that elbow. Give me look for an armbar here.
You know, look, credit to Moses, man. He has stayed in there.
Yes.
You know, he's been taking every bit of pressure Cody has thrown at him, and now he's in top position. So
A little bit of pressure from the top as well. He's doing a good job of not giving much space. And got Cody working off his back. Little elbow of his own. This is definitely a factor here. We might have a full mount, almost.
yeah, it's
There.
not
Oh,
something I
and then
expected.
Cody, oh, nice job.
Cody scrambles well. Scrambles
right
well.
that
Look, he's
single.
holding on to that right leg. Look,
Keeps him right back off the cage.
beautifully had his hand there, like right on the ankle, you know. So
Transitions in the back. And hooks on the wrist.
he knows ahead of time where Moses needs to plant in order to stand back up, and he took it away from him.
Back to that chin strap. Leg over the top. Kind of going back to that same sequence.
Yeah, if anything, tomorrow Moses might feel like he was in a car wreck. You know, he's
Mauled
gonna
by a bear.
definitely feel what he thinks is whiplash.
Yeah.
All right, well, it looks like we're gonna go to round 2 here.
And to the credit for Moses, too, because he was never not being ground on that entire round, and he really hung in there well. Because that was a dominant first round from Cody.
I saw Cody grabbing his left hand there. I don't know if
Yeah, I hope
Have
he's
you
just
heard
fixing his
something, or-
glove, but yeah, it's possible. Definitely possible. He
Well-
didn't throw a lot of punches, but it doesn't take much. You can just roll on it the wrong way.
yeah, for sure. Big shout out to Blacklist Martial Arts. You know,
Staple of the community.
that's who Cody fights out of there.
Also the host of the Warriors of Hope tournament today is a great tournament that benefits a lot of charities and does a lot for the community. Derek does an amazing job. The gym does a lot for the local community.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know, Derek puts that on. He's been putting that on for a few years now,
Yeah.
and you know, I've been lucky enough to kind of be part of it. He wants to actually give like little giveaways to everybody who competes in it, and
That's
so
really cool.
You know, I throw him seasoning or fish fry, and yeah, that's amazing. I mean, like he's already raising money for charity, but then he wants to make sure the people who compete get something too.
Yeah, it's
You know?
everybody. It's a very positive experience for everybody
Yeah,
involved.
it's just really cool, man.
All right, round 2 underway. A little elbow from the inside. Well, this definitely came out trying to make an effort at that time, trying to get some striking in, trying to get some offense going, but it's tough, man. Cody just smothers. Oh, it's a good tight elbow from Moises.
Yeah, you know, I'd have to think that maybe going through Cody's mind a little bit is, man, this guy is just kind of gritty here, you
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah, he's not going anywhere easy.
yeah. And now the kid's just grinding. And look, you know, like I mentioned before, this kid is he's hungry for his first win.
He is.
You know, he's had a few professional fights and he has not won yet. But you know, he feels that his day is coming.
Problem is, if Cody latches onto something, good luck getting it back.
That is a great point, Mike.
And he's chewing on his Kimura now, and it's just, no matter what position he goes in, he's holding on to something.
Sometimes when this camera moves, I get motion sickness.
We're so locked in. He's biting on that single again. He landed some little shots, though, for the judges. About in the split, trying to keep that base wide enough so Cody doesn't take him down.
Yeah, man. Moses just,
There's the scoop. Yeah.
throwing a little bit at a time here. Elbows, punches.
If it was anybody
Wow.
else, that was a nice job. Winds up on top.
I mean, that would be considered a takedown, Mike.
I think
so. Yeah.
At least a reversal at the very least, but I agree. I'd call it a takedown as well. Cody's got a cut on him.
Yeah.
Must have been from those little elbows. Those little tight elbows were good shots.
He is in a fight, man.
He's in a fight.
Yeah.
A little bit of a modern art there.
Yeah. I am a fan of the color red. It's the color of my first season in Cannes. So.
Okay.
But I don't like necessarily see it pour out of me.
Yeah, no, it's it's painted by other people. I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, Moses is grinding, man. I mean,
He's grinding.
He
He's
is
winning his
on
round.
him. He's throwing. He's staying in his top position. Cody's kind of riding it out here, but if it stays like this is going to be a 1-1 fight going into the final round.
You are correct, sir. You're absolutely right. Cody seems very, very complacent here, and I wonder if he did hurt his hand or if there is something going on because he's not actively trying to get away. He's just defending himself. And all those coaches in the crowd have a lot of advice for him. They would like him to get up. The consensus is they would like Cody to get up.
Don't you think he's trying?
Guys, I got news for you.
Yeah.
It ain't that easy.
No. There's actually a really funny reel TikTok made by the Lee brothers, both Tan Lee and his brother Vin Lee, and they kind of poked fun at that. And Tan's on top of Vin, just kind of smashing him, and there's like a coach in the corner saying, "Get up, come on, man, get up, get up."
Just get up.
And so Vin tells Tan, "Timeout," and he goes, "Don't you think I'm trying?" It's funny, man, but.
Yeah, he's just balled up a little bit. I wonder if there's something going on that we don't know about.
Yeah, look, man, I tell you, he grabbed his left hand when he went to the ring there.
He might have saw something.
Yeah, and if something is broken or whatever, dude, that completely takes him out of his
ability to grip, his ability to wrestle, to spin over, to push on a leg. It can impact you for sure. And the way Cody's patient here and accepting the bottom is a little out of character, it feels. This round's about over.
30 seconds, Cody. 30 seconds.
I'd say not only is this a winning round now for Moises, it's actually becoming a dominant round. He's actually starting to grind and maybe do a little damage.
At what point do you consider 10-8, I mean, he's dominating, but I guess there hasn't been anything super significant.
There hasn't been, visible damage that you see affect him, later on. So I'd still call it a 10-9, but I'd say it's a dominant 10-9, especially look at these elbows now that he's throwing.
Come on, bub. Come on. Break.
All right, let's see how Cody looks right here. So it's something to his corner.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not sure if it was left hand or right hand, but like I said, for the end of the first round, I did see him kind of motion at his hand. So
those are two decisively different rounds, and I didn't really see a huge reason for it. So I'd be curious to know. Hey, we'll give credit to Moises. I mean, one of the reasons is he's got a tough opponent who isn't accepting defeat, and he's fighting hard. But yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, you make a good point there. And look, I talked to Cody yesterday. He felt very confident about this fight. And rightfully so. He's an amazing athlete. He's
Amazing.
had incredible performance leading up to this.
That's right.
And his opponent has no wins. So you would probably go into this very confidently.
Is the referee over here talking?
It's
Yeah,
over.
we're over.
Yeah.
Something happened, yeah. I think, Jason, you had an excellent insight into that match. You picked up on something.
You know, man, maybe it's an ADD in me, Mike. I don't know. I look at all the little things going on.
Just a lifetime of martial arts,
and
my friend.
the tiny little like tells, you know, and
well, let's just call that a big win for Moises. I mean, because that goes on his record as a win, and good for him, because that's a legit win.
yeah, you know, I'd love to find out more, man. Like I said, I don't know if it's his hand. I did see that little motion towards the end of the first round. And, you know, as you can see coming into the second, Cody was a completely different fighter.
He doesn't seem to be favoring anything, but his body language, his movement.
Is he looking at his arm right now? His right arm, maybe? I don't know. I haven't seen a doctor come in and grab at it either.
No,
so,
he hasn't been examined in any way. But I saw the referee come in. They started talking, and all right, here comes an ice pack. And it's going towards the hand. It looks like. Yep, there you go. They're gonna have to get that glove off. Well, that must have been it. I wonder what happened. Did he throw a bad punch? Did he roll on it wrong? Was there a previous injury? Because I didn't see anything decisive saying, you know, okay, that's where he hurt himself.
Yeah, no, I'd love to know too. You know, if not the hand, maybe the wrist. You know,
Yeah.
You know, like look, there's a lot of exchanges there, and there's some rolling going on, and
It's easy to have something like that happen.
yeah, something can pop easily.
Even sometimes when you're grabbing your own wrist or you're exerting with your own grip, you can pop something. Congratulations, young man. That is a great win for you.
Yeah, look, you know, I don't want to take nothing away from
Nothing.
you know, Moses Raposa. I mean, you know, this guy. It says a lot for someone to come in who is 0-4. You know, and still keep doing this. He's still taking professional
fights. He didn't need to make it through that first round. That was a hard first round. There was a lot of pressure. A lot of people would have looked for a way out.
Oh, dude, you're absolutely right. I mean, if there's any great point to make, it's the fact that much of the population would not continue to take in all that Cody was wrapping him up with.
There was nothing happening to him that wasn't painful, uncomfortable, or tight that whole round. And the fact that he never gave up and he hung in there and he didn't get submitted, that's why he was still there in the second round to get this victory.
Yeah, so it looks like Cody's going to be going back there with the doctor right now.
Ty looks really upset.
Yeah, look, man.
He's a crowd favorite, man. He's got a lot of friends here. But, hey, he will live the fight of the day. He will be back. And that's just how it goes.
Well, you know, as we said, you know, look, Ty and Cody do have
So
a special
thanks
bond.
to Elite Services.
Trained together, you know. There's a brotherhood in martial arts.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Hey, Ty.
Oh, is his eye really? No, take your time, brother. Take your time.
I hope you all.
So we're really not sure. Ty, his former tag team partner, and he came by. He said it could be his eye, it could be his wrist. We're really not sure what the injury was. But hey, as long as he's okay, he's safe. Both fighters are safe. He'll heal up and he'll be back to fight again.
We're going to take ourselves another intermission right after this match. All right, ladies and gentlemen, call into the cage, Robert Link.
All right, we're moving on to our next professional fight of the evening. Only 2 fights left, Mike.
Man, this night's been flying by. Boy, has it delivered or what?
Man, it's God. One of the most incredible cards. I mean, it is the most incredible card I've ever gotten to call.
Same.
But it's probably one of the most incredible, like, amateur, you know, ones that I've attended.
Agreed.
And it's been so exciting. Yeah.
And we've had some great cards. So that is saying a lot because, I mean, they do a great job of the matchmaking and the local talent. But this one is above and beyond.
Yeah. All right, so we got Robert Link coming out to the cage here, a.k.a. the good bad guy. Fighting out of Plaquemine, Louisiana, and representing PBA Hard Hitters, tonight marks his 6th professional appearance inside the cage. Link is known for his stand-up skills, and that's exactly what excites him about this matchup. He caught wind that his opponent also loves to stand and trade. This one has all the makings of fireworks. He took this fight on short notice, but if you ask him, predictions don't matter. His words were simple. I'm always ready to bang.
Nice.
Expect Robert, the good bad guy Link, to come forward, throw leather, and deliver the kind of fight the fans have come to see.
All right. Always ready to bang.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, call it next. Rance Ward.
All right, next up is Rance Pressure Ward, a well-known local fighter. What do we got on him, Jason?
Man, it's a bad dude right here, Mike.
Agreed.
Rance Pressure Ward. Fighting out of Thibodaux, Louisiana, this 31-year-old. He looks like some youthful, nice guy.
Yeah,
but,
doesn't he?
Yeah, but, he mentioned his faith in God keeps him fresh and ready for battle. Ward steps in tonight for his 3rd professional MMA bout, backed by 11 years of experience in the sport. Along the way, he's also built a strong boxing resume, giving him the composure and toughness to handle the chaos of an MMA fight. That striking background has always been his calling card, but he continues to evolve, sharpening every area of his game. After his last fight, Rance admitted he needed to strengthen his ground game, and he's been working to do just that. As for a prediction tonight, he kept it simple by telling me, whatever comes, comes. We're just here to win. Rance has long been known for his striking, but just before walking away from me, he flashed a grin and said, I might just throw a submission and surprise everyone.
Awesome. Rance is a well-known boxer. I mean, we've seen him fight on ESPN. He's traveled around the country fighting, representing Louisiana well. High-level boxer. He does have MMA experience, and he holds his own in the training room really, really well. He did come off a very difficult fight in Morgan City last time we saw him. So it's good to see him rededicate himself to MMA because he is such a talented guy.
Yeah, look, the name Pressure suits him well. Whether standing on the mat, Rance, he brings it from
is a professional.
I'd like to see him bring some grappling,
match.
some wrestling, some defense, so he could use that
This
beautiful
fight
boxing
is
in
set
MMA.
for 3 5-minute rounds. First, fighting out of the blue corner, we have with a professional record of 1 win, 7 losses. He weighs in at 160.1 pounds. Fighting out of Plaquemine, Louisiana, this is Robert, the good bad guy, Link. Across from him in the red corner, has a professional record of 2 wins, 1 loss, to go along with his 8-5 boxing career record, weighing in at 161 pounds. Your Homa's favorite fighter, this is Rance Pressure Ward.
I'll tell you, Mike, since you and I have done this, it's opened a lot of opportunities for me to sit ringside.
Come on now.
Man, I get invited to all kind of fights.
All
now.
right.
Yeah, it's been great, man.
I'm just hoping you're going to cook something.
I'm probably one of the few creators that's like, yeah, I'll take tickets instead of money,
right.
huh?
That's right.
Like, that's money to me.
Heck yeah, man. And here we go.
Oh, Link is coming in with a lot of pressure here.
Very busy.
Rance is kind of staying composed, waiting for his moment. Whoa, Link hit him with overhand right here. He's coming in
really
heavy with the
opening up.
strikes, Mike.
Rance staying composed, protecting himself. He's moving. He's catching a lot of those on his shoulders. But he's going to have to fight back soon because there's a lot coming his way.
Yeah. Rance is he was kind of holding that shoulder roll, kind of that Floyd Mayweather stance.
We might see Rance starting to load up that right hand the way he was rolling off that shoulder.
Yeah, it looks like he was
good sprawl.
He was kind of just trying to weather the storm there a little bit,
Which is smart. You want to be in a gunfight like that. You start exchanging, and you never know. You can catch something while you're punching. All right, Rance starting to stalk back a little bit. Oh, that was low. And he wound that one up, too.
Little kick to the plums there.
Yeah. He drug it and flung it. I mean, you saw that kick coming.
Yeah, you got the...
That wasn't just a little bit of contact.
Yeah.
Oof.
Got the boys tagged there.
Yeah, he's feeling the pressure there.
Tell you what, the crowd is animated, though.
Hell yeah. All right, we're back at it, it looks like.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Rance is starting to loosen up.
I was going to say the same thing. Oh, that jab. That's so nice.
Yeah, this is where that boxing experience is going to come into play. It looks like Link likes to keep the fight on the feet. Well, that could work against him against someone like Rance. And I don't know if I've said Lance at this point. I'm trying not to.
Starting to read that distance. Good sprawl.
I'll tell you one thing that's going to really work in Rance's favor right here. Link threw a lot of heavy strikes early on.
Yeah, didn't he?
And because of that,
tank a little bit?
it's tired him down. Well, a lot of times two things come from a guy throwing a takedown when they're not a takedown fighter.
Yeah.
And one of those is I'm tired. That's a tell right there.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That just said everything Rance wants to know.
Oh! Big right hand by Rance Ward. He sees the writing on the wall.
We're done.
This is about to be over, Mike. And that's a wrap. Rance Ward, ladies and gentlemen, with an impressive performance here tonight. He weathered the storm early and implemented what he does best, and that's throwing them hands.
When you have an experienced fighter like Rance, you can't hide how you feel. And when you show it that obvious, you just said, Rance, come on in here and finish that fight. I'm tired.
That's the difference between, someone who's just super experienced and someone who, look, I'm not trying to take away nothing from Link. He's a professional fighter.
Absolutely.
He has experience himself. But, when you implement that much striking onto somebody and they're not folding.
That's right.
You put yourself in a vulnerable position.
And Rance, when you go back to his boxing experience and the level he's done it at, if you're slow getting off your heels like that, he's not going to let that pass. He's going to take the opportunity. He's going to make you pay. He's going to at least test you. So as soon as he was slow getting up, I figured that was pretty much it.
I'm having trouble remembering, Mike, the tough fight he had in Morgan City. Did he win or that one, or he lose?
No, he did. He was against a very, very tough wrestler. And he hung in there against all odds. He was cut. He definitely showed a ton of heart, a ton of perseverance, because that was a tough, tough fight. And I see him come back tonight and get such a decisive win. That's just a testament to his character and how hard he's worked.
Yeah. That might have been one of them. I wasn't able to be there, so I
think you're right.
Okay.
I think that's the case.
But man, what an impressive performance here tonight. I can't say enough about the guy and how he just stayed composed as he's having bunches and punches and bunches, whatever, just flying at your head. Like not a lot of people have been through that before, where tons of punches.
You're in the eye of a storm. It's like a hurricane swirling around you. And to keep your calm, to know you're going to get your chance, that just shows the consummate belief in yourself and professionalism. And to come back from a loss, to come back from adversity, that again, it's about being a professional, it's about believing in yourself, about doing your work. And good for him. Good. Rance always represents us well, and he did it again tonight.
Yeah, way to go, Rance. Congratulations on your win. And, we appreciate you coming out here tonight and fighting Robert. At the end of the day, there is no main event, or main co-main event, I should say, without you, So
that's right.
Thank you because, stepping up to the plate here.
That's tip of his own, man. These locals, they appreciate it. When we see our own come out here and represent so well, it means a lot to this community.
Yeah, and the other thing I do want to mention is Robert did take this fight on short notice.
Did he now?
Yeah.
Oh, good for him. Appreciate him. All right, we're going to bring in our own Ty Smith real quick and get a quick little interview with him. What's up, Ty?
What's going on?
Yeah, what's up,
Hey,
man?
man.
You want to sit down and put these on?
I can pull a chair from somewhere if I got to.
Here,
No, I'll
you get
stand
this.
up.
You
You're
get
good.
this right here.
All right.
So I just want to start off by saying, nobody did you any favors for your pro debut. That was a legit fight. That was a
Oh,
legit
dude.
opponent.
You know, I had a feeling that going into that, I knew he was longer than me, you know.
And he was using his length of his range
He
well.
did. He rocked me really good. I was even a little worried, but after I got up, I just realized I had to keep my distance some more, and after I did that, I knew I'd be all right. And if I got him to the ground, I called
But
it.
he did a really good job initially of defending himself. You had him squared up against the fence. You were getting good pressure on
For
him.
sure.
But he wasn't letting you lock your hands
No,
behind
sir.
his hips.
So what I think it was, I was rocked the whole first round. I'll be honest with you. He hit me.
You hit it well.
Yeah, well, I hope so. I talked to him, dude. He's a great guy, but I was rocked the first round. I think that's why I couldn't take him down. But after I knew the second round came, I get to sit down, get a little rest. I knew what I needed
That
to do.
makes sense. Because the second round, it was interesting. I made a comment that you're so talented and you usually win the way you want to win. But today
sir.
you won the way you had to win.
Yes, sir.
And to go against
I
that
had to.
diversity and then go to your strengths and then have your strengths nullified for a time,
Yes, sir.
but still recover and get to where you wanted to be. It really was. It wasn't a debut. That's like usually 10 fights in to see a fight like that.
Yeah, I mean, man, that was the toughest fight I had so far. I mean,
In your life. Yeah.
oh,
look,
for
you-
sure.
And his too, probably, to be honest. Jason and I both said, both of y'all's next fight probably ain't going to be that hard.
It
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
won't, be
And,
honest.
You know, look, the guy threw a spinning hook kick at you.
It was beautiful.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
slipped it like it was
you
a
slipped
punch.
out And you countered in, I think, with a right round.
Did I crack him?
With what?
At all?
No, you did.
Because I don't remember the first round or second. I'll be honest. I just remember fighting
Look,
him.
well, that first round, dude, that showed where you were as adversity because he did catch you.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, and look, man, I gotta say that probably what it made us the most proud was to see you take a shot like that and jump back up and keep fighting.
Hey, I knew he was. I wasn't letting him win. Even if I got rocked.
But
I
he
got rocked,
wasn't
I
gonna let you win either.
I know.
That's why it was so
I
great.
loved it. Like we got in
Yeah.
the back. He's super cool.
Listen, I interviewed both of you guys, and he told me he planned for a first round knockout.
He came to win.
And he did. And you know
Right.
what? You know, like
Dude, it was a great. That was an amazing fight.
Yeah,
I loved
was.
it.
For your first fight, we were both saying, I don't know if you'll get a tougher fight in your second one.
Right.
Like,
think
that
so. I
is
think
a
either
very
will.
hard first fight, and you did incredible, man.
Thank you.
We kind of knew if you were able to get it to the ground, that was your world.
Yes, sir.
And man, when you got him to mount position, there was nothing he could do.
I knew it too. I even told you. You interviewed me yesterday. I said I'm gonna feel him out first round. I felt him out a little too much. I even took a
Yeah, you
punch. I
felt
felt
him
that
already.
punch.
Yeah.
And I
you
told
never
you though. I
stopped
said
throwing.
second round, I'm gonna finish it. So
You're almost the same guy, but two sides of a coin. Like on his feet, he had good range, he had good length.
Right.
But you were striking with him, you were in it, but he was getting some of the things he wanted.
Right.
The clinch
Oh
was
my
neutral.
God, Paul just got. What did he get?
Oh, we're making our
Fight of the night.
Yeah,
You got
he
fight.
deserves
Oh
it.
my
He
God,
deserves
that's my boy right there.
That's awesome.
That's my boy right there. Oh, I love that dude.
But then once you guys got to the ground, then you saw where you took over.
Yes, sir.
But it was a battle to see who could get the fight where they could take
So
over.
I knew I was gonna get that because after he hurt me, he really wanted it. I
He
felt
did.
it.
He
So I
did.
knew in the second round he's gonna push a little bit more, and I'm gonna hit him a few times, as I'm pretty sure I did, and I'm gonna get it to the ground. And
It's way more short than somebody in their
it
debuts. That's
definitely
fantastic.
changed my game plan, but I felt like taking, having the first round, second round finish. He had first round, I got second round finish instead. I
When you went
changed it up.
palm to palm on that on the grip, I was like, oh, you got him. for
Oh,
sure.
I had to get him.
Dude, Paul and Daniel, like they kind
Dude.
of stole that fight of the night right at the end there
Yeah.
with
Oh my goodness.
from Evan Chabot and Portillo.
Which was a great fight,
after
too.
Evan,
Yeah.
we trained with Evan too. I saw him fight. I was like, he's getting fight tonight. And then
Yeah.
Paul over here just
yeah.
look at him.
Look at him.
Oh yeah.
Look, well, so what we were going to tell you was like from our standpoint, we're watching here, we're not
Yes, sir.
seeing it there.
Right.
So it looked like it was a much closer fight because you stood up, you said 3-1, but from us it was like I don't know.
I
we
was
weren't
very
sure.
concerned.
So what made me think was I knew he had the first round. Absolutely, completely. Second round too. Third round, I believe he won that one. What I think did it was he beat him the whole time standing up.
His
The
stand-up
whole
was
time.
fantastic. His boxing, his combinations, mixing up his kicks, moving his
And
head.
then- yeah.
My concern was he was ending each round on his back.
Right.
And you never know how the judges are going to take that.
Yes, sir. But the thing is too, I realized he was getting put on the ground, but the guy wasn't doing a whole lot with
No.
it. he was going for some submission attempts, but he couldn't really get nothing. So I knew Paul won that just from upstairs and, getting it. And
I think the
putting
judges
hands
did a
out.
great job because lesser
Dude.
judges would have scored just because he was on top and
Right.
got the takedown.
There's some-
but they saw what you saw.
I've seen a few that were, they would have gave it to Monzel.
I was concerned.
I was a little worried too, but I told him I was 3-2. That's 3-2. He has it. So.
Well, I told Mike on the broadcast there was a point where Daniel was just kind of on top of him doing nothing.
Right. I almost told Paul just stay right there, let him stand it up again.
Paul's,
They can stall it.
We were talking because we've seen him from his first fight, from
Yes,
his wardrobe malfunction, all the way to a championship fight.
Right.
And to see how far he's come, his striking, his head movement, his
Dude.
combination, when he mixed everything up, it was wonderful. He looked fantastic.
Let me tell you something. Sparring with that dude, if he lands that overhand that I
Yeah.
know y'all know about,
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
I'll tell you what he had.
It's
It was a
not
left
fun.
hook to the liver, too.
Oh, dude, he was working that body.
That body, man.
What?
Oh my gosh, we talked about that. He was doing a tremendous job at throwing bodies.
And the thing is, too, most of the time people get too into it, they just throw shots to throw it. He was throwing wild whenever he knew he could.
Great
He
combination.
was being
And
smart.
mixing up with his kicks as well.
Absolutely.
He looked fantastic. If he would have never
here.
went to the ground, I think that would have been his fight every
Oh,
round.
absolutely. We told him you cannot keep shooting. Just stand up.
Yeah. And don't shoot from the outside lane
And my
anymore
dad
and
was
get stuck underneath.
My dad was getting frustrated. He
I
shot
bet.
again, and my dad was like, "Paul, what are you doing?"
I'm not surprised.
Oh
Well,
man.
that's the testament of your dad being a good coach, though, because if he's not like hard on you for this, then who will be, right?
That's
Because-
right.
Oh, you should hear him in class. If we're doing something stupid, he will tell us, "Stop doing that. What are you doing?" And it will stick with you more that way. If they're just like, "Hey, do this, switch it up." Sometimes you need to get the rough way of getting told things. You
That's
know?
right.
Well, who you got here for this main event, Todd?
I wonder.
Oh, it's a tough one, man. I got hit so hard, I can't really decide. Joe. I mean, it's Kong. He's Kong.
He's Kong.
He's Kong.
Well, I tell you what, this has been, dude, probably one of the best cards we have ever
Dude,
gone.
it's stacked.
It's
Everybody.
card of the year for sure.
I'm ready to see 40. 40's gonna be good.
So you thinking because there's 39 is after this one.
I'm taking a break after this one.
I'm gonna fight on 40.
I'm gonna try. Yeah, absolutely. Got in the cage 3 times this
There's
year.
no other reason to say I'm looking forward to 40. Skipping over 39.
Yeah, exactly.
Other than knowing you're gonna fight.
Oh, absolutely.
All
yeah.
right, before we let you go, I got one question for you.
Absolutely.
I'm a mark for Titan Jiu-Jitsu. I love it.
Oh man.
It was fun tonight, but you saw the second half stalled and it became a tug of war of
did.
each one trying. What do you do about that? Because we had the crowd booing for tag team jiu-jitsu.
All right. Oh God. Oh, that's Kong.
Real quick, let's announce Joe here. We're going to get back to that question, though. But stepping into the cage for his second professional fight is Joe Kong Burkowski. With nearly 18 years of training behind him, Joe represents Louisiana Black Belt Academy under Steve Miller and Extreme MMA alongside Justin Verdun. Yesterday at the weigh-ins, he looked to be in phenomenal shape, Mike. When I asked what changed in this camp, he revealed that his opponent couldn't make the 185-pound limit, so this one's at a catch weight of 190 pounds. Upon learning this, it allowed Joe to up his calories and pack on 4.5 pounds of muscle. He says he feels stronger than ever. Listen, Burkowski's pedigree speaks for itself. He was an undefeated amateur, once holding the CWC middleweight title, now 1-0 as a professional. He's aiming to make a definitive statement tonight. His first pro fight ended in victory, though some felt it was stopped a little early. Even Joe himself admitted he would have liked it to go to longer, but as he put it, the referee decides when you start fighting and when you stop fighting. He's not about to sneak a few extra shots just to make a statement beyond the referee's decision. So what he took away from that fight is that he showed flashes of dominance and walked away with his hand raised. Now for this fight, Joe says what excites him most at the professional level is unleashing elbows. In his amateur career, there were countless moments where there were strikes, but he couldn't apply them because of the rules. They held him back. Tonight, there are no restrictions. Expect him to rain down damage from every angle. Above all, Joe Kong Burkowski carries one message with him into every fight: to give all glory to God.
All right. I'll tell you what, I'm excited for this one.
You and I could have talked to Ty forever, but
We could have.
there's a main event happening here, so we gotta get back to this.
Yeah, we'll get back to him, but this is the one we all been waiting for, so here we go.
5-minute rounds. Fighting out of the blue corner, we have a record of 0 wins, 1 loss. He weighs in at 187.4 pounds. Fighting out of Shreveport, Louisiana, this is Chris Williams. And in the red corner, we have 1 win, 0 losses. Weighs in at 188.6 pounds. Fighting out of Houma, Louisiana. Affiliated with Extreme MMA. Under head coaches Steve Miller and Justin Verdun. This is Joe Kong Borkowski.
We're feeling each other out nice and slow. Trying to get a distance. Joe working those combinations, trying to work his way in. Starting to get a little closer, finding his distance.
Yeah, what you see here is, you know, 2 pros, man. They're just kind of trying to pick their shots with accuracy.
There's no room for mistakes at this level.
Especially at this weight class. Once you start getting up to 185, man,
their shots not
it's
coming
some
hard.
powerful dudes. You know, that's the wild thing about the body and all. I mean, like the head of a 185-pound guy could also be the same size as a kid who's 125. You know, but at the same time, the 125 guy is not getting hit by a dude who weighs 190.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that power is that mass times acceleration. So, you know, if you can't punch any faster, punch heavier, and it's going to hurt more. Oh, nice little knee slipped in there.
Boy, it is amazing to see the mass these guys put back on, you know, going into the fight. I mean, so many of them yesterday looked so depleted, you know, cutting weight. Oh, Joe's implementing his will right here.
Williams keeps everything tight and manages to defend himself, but definitely starting to see uptake in the pressure from Joe. Back against the fence again.
You know, I don't know about you, but the first time we did this, I felt like I was exhausted by the end, you know, like, and I feel now that I'm not as bad. I almost feel like I'm managing my own energy doing this, you know?
I don't know, I still get pretty hyped sometimes. This looks like a professional bout, even with all the local crowd. And the crowd's super involved in everything. You know, there's nobody, you know, clamoring for more action because they know the stakes and they know the level that this fight's at.
Yeah, for sure. You know, the people here are much quieter for this fight. I mean, you hear some people shouting, but like...
I think a lot of us are on the edge of our seat watching this fight.
Yeah. Wow, Joe is so fast. Look at him, man.
Fluid, too. The combinations are very fluid.
It's so hard to pick that up on TV versus what you see in real life. I mean, his hand speed is tremendous. That was a good leg kick there by Williams, but Joe quickly countered.
Yeah. Williams just getting rid of these shots, but it's only a matter of time.
He might be a little bit rocked here, Mike.
Yeah, he's following shot. Oh, that elbow landed.
Big elbow.
That elbow landed. Oh, it's a good little left hook, too. Another elbow.
Oh, to the body
shot,
to the head
shot. Another hook.
He said he was going to throw some elbows, Mike, and that is what Kong is doing.
As advertised. Good recovery. That was a nice little sneaky shot by Williams, and right back to the elbows into the work by Kong.
these aren't just elbows; they are hellbows.
And they're fluid. The way he's mixing them with the punches, it's almost like a good body
man,
shot.
Oh, it is over.
There we go.
And just like that,
Another
Joe
first round knockout.
Kong Borkowski is victorious.
Oh my goodness.
He
And
has
this
this
crowd is
look
on
on his
their feet.
face. Is there anyone else?
Who is next?
Wow, what an impressive performance. You know what? There may have been some, controversy on a stoppage in his first fight, but
Not
there
this
is
time.
no doubt with this one.
That was a significant use of a new tool. He called it, he said it, but boy did he deliver on it. And he didn't just throw elbows, he didn't just throw load elbows, which you see a lot of time. He threw combinations with elbows. There was elbows mixed with punches, there was elbows mixed with elbows. He went to the body, he went to the head. That was a incredibly educated attack and use of a weapon that we haven't seen him use before.
It's just simply incredible. You know, Mike, I'm a little bit, I'm kind of tugging at my heartstrings here because I know that the opportunity for us to call another Joe Kong Borkowski fight is getting to be slimmer and slimmer.
You're right.
He's going to move on to a level larger than this, and that's nothing to say against CWC. They put on impressive performances,
It's actually
incredible
credit
fights.
to CWC.
Yeah, but that you're right. If anything, CWC is going to be one of those feeders into the next level.
That's
right.
right.
That do only professional fights.
You know what I see for Joe's future? I see Dana White's Contender Series.
If not that, maybe the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah,
You know?
I think it's time. A few more of these fights, and he's too big for this pond. He's too big a fish, and I think it's time that they give him the shot. He's too well-rounded. He's too skilled. He's too composed. He's got the head. He's got the heart for this game. I think he'll do well.
Well, let's see if he's going to get a little post-fight interview here. I'd love to hear what he has to say. Look at that. He's kicking it up.
We'd
the
like to
guy.
thank
He
all
does
of y'all
not
for
take
coming
any
out to
credit for himself.
CWC 38 tonight.
Amen, brother. And I tell you, Mike, I've talked to this kid. Ty, you called it, brother. I've talked to this kid, man. He is so nice. He's such a cool guy.
He is.
All right, we've got Joe Kong Borkowski in the middle of the
let's listen to
ring.
this.
Joe, tell us about this fight.
Oh man, always training hard, but most certainly I know there's a bunch of events going on in America. I'm just here to say, Jesus is king. No one else, not the president. Jesus is the king. I give all my glory to him, nobody else. Always remember him.
Amen to that. Joe Kong Borkowski.
I'm so excited for his career. And I can also say this, Mike. I don't know how much we want to stick around because last time we got our ass chewed for staying too long.
Oh, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, so
Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors tonight.
Yeah,
So with that, we
AMO Trial Lawyers.
Thank you enough to Justin Vernon, to the CWC crew, and to my partner, Jason, the Cajun Ninja, man. I can't wait to do it again, brother.
Mr. Mike Hoffmeister, it has been a pleasure.
Yes,
As
sir.
always, we will see you guys at the next one. Thank you so much, CWC 38. That is a wrap.
Hiya! All right, go straight that crown and take some pictures, and I'm going to sneak out of here, brother. It's a great time.